Good morning, everyone. Guys, we're going to be talking about stopping the boats, if I can get my chair in the right place, and why it's not happened. And guys, I'm not going to give you all the answers here. I want you guys to work things out yourself, but this will absolutely chill your bones to the core. It will, and I've been at this conclusion for some time now. I watched a video last night by History Debunked. I'll link it in the description to this video. But he basically talks about something that it totally, bypassed me, and I do have a lot of experience in it. But I thought, oh yeah, wow, yeah, he's totally right. About how the British government often, disregards the, what is it called, the ECHR, European Convention on Human Rights. So basically, in the United Kingdom at the moment, there's a lot of people turning up in boats, like hundreds daily, and we can't do anything with them, so we have to put them in hotels. There was information that came out, I think yesterday or potentially the day before, where it said 1.6 million migrants are unemployed and are taking money from the state. It also said that the prisons are full of people that are not from British descent. So you can see this is making problems in our country, problems in our local communities. And, especially from where I'm sitting, I live in a small northern town, and, it's been, I say town, it's like a village outside of town. And, it's been absolutely, the demographics changed, and people are afraid, people really are afraid, and we always fear what we don't understand, and we always fear change. But anyway, so going back to the video, guys. So on that video, he talks about how in Northern Ireland, the British government absolutely flouted any European, human rights by the Civil Authorities Special Powers Act, Northern Ireland. Now, this was basically, a new act that came in. It was against it had nothing to do with human rights. They didn't care. And basically, with this legislation, they managed to, put hundreds of people, just the military went and detained hundreds of, I think about 300 people. They put them in a detainment camp, and they just kept them there. Often, they were subject to rigorous interrogation methods. Now, I don't want to flag up keywords, but it sounds like water, and you have a board involved, to get information out of these people. And this was no way was this in any human rights convention. Now, also, in this, another incident I thought of was in 2015. In fact, let me share this, guys. In fact, I'll not share it, guys. I know the article off the top of my head. So in 2015, David Cameron, he did a very controversial drone strike in Syria where he took out, it was 2 British citizens. Now, he called a secret meeting to do this. He only invited a selected few people. There was no opposition. There was literally, David Cameron called a secret meeting with only people that he wanted on that meeting. That was his committee, and they then authorized these drone strikes. So again, this was a total flout of any, European, what is it called? European Convention. I keep saying commission, but it's not. European Convention on Human Rights. So that was a total flout and disregard of the laws, the legislation that now we seem to be using to let migrants come to this country. Now, the real reason why, guys, if you follow the real reason why we're having these migrants, and you get to the same conclusion as I did, it's absolutely terrifying. So why can't we use these legislations or use these different laws or call these committees and bypass the European Convention for Human, ECHR? Why can't we, or commission, whatever it is, why can't we do that now? Well, the main reason is because the government don't want to do it. Otherwise, they would do it. Now, why don't they want to do it? Because, when people are claiming we can't because of the European Court of Human Rights, guys, trust me, if the government say to the military, right, that hotel there, go close it down and arrest everybody, put them on a C-130, sorry, put them on a transport plane and send them to the West Falkland Islands. It would be done within 24 hours, less. Like, I mean, how long would it take to close the hotel down? Cordon in place, 3-4 hours, it would be done. It would be really quick because, you know, they're already contained in that location, and, you know, the military are rather forceful in their apprehension of people. Trust me, I know. So that could be done very quickly, but that's not happening. Obviously, that would be a really draconian measure, guys, and I'm not advocating for that at all. But what I am saying is there's precedent in the United Kingdom for people flaunting for people to bypass the European, you know, the ECHR. And the ECHR, which is what everybody's saying, oh, we can't deport people because of the ECHR. And I'm saying to you guys, it's cobbles water. You know, as the United Kingdom, the government have been flouting these rules whenever they see it fit. Whenever they decide they want to flout these rules, they will. And back in the like 70s, 80s, they were not just going against the ECHR, they were blatantly breaking those rules and flying them in the face of people. Now, again, so my solution to the stop the boats would be a maritime solution, whereby you would put, you know, ships, battleships, you know those aircraft carriers that don't work. Just put an aircraft carrier on the border, and then when the boats are coming towards you, you send an interception team out and tow them back to the nearest land. Guys, that's legal under international law. So international law states that any vessel of the Crown has the right and the authority to take any vessel in distress back to the nearest shore. Now, this legislation is in place to stop, not to stop. So, for example, say that your Royal Navy is out in the Indian Ocean somewhere, okay, and they see a ship in distress. It's their right and their responsibility to get that ship and take it back to the nearest shore, which is fine. Now, to do that, they, take the ship back. They don't have to ask permission because they're towing a ship in distress, which, and that ship would have sank otherwise. So it's to save life and to help people, it's maritime law, guys, to stop people becoming, ships sinking because of bureaucracy. So that's how you would do it in the British context. And this wouldn't be breaking any laws, no laws at all this would be breaking. It would be in line with already established maritime legislation. That's how you do it. Okay, and if you don't want to do that, okay, right, whatever, the French have come, they've sent them over. Right, okay, we can get them back. So the real question is, and I'm not going to give you the answer to this one, guys. You guys have to find it out yourselves. Why has it not happened already? Why can we not stop them? Because it's not the ECHR. It's not the, it's not the millions we have to give to France. We wouldn't need to give France a penny for this. We would literally put our ships on the border and use existing maritime law to tow people back. Because I can guarantee you those dinghies are not safe. And each one of those that come, unless it's a registered vessel, it's in distress. That is the whole definition, guys, of a ship in distress. Those rubber dinghies are not seaworthy. So that is literally, you don't have to change any laws. They're already there in place. So the question is, why is this not happening? And guys, if you come to the same conclusion as me on that, it will chill you to the bone. Guys, that's it. It's just a short video today, and happy September. I hope everybody's looking forward to getting back to work, getting back to school, whatever it is you're doing. The leaves are starting to fall, and every time I see the leaves falling, I always think of California Dreaming. I can't stop singing it in my head. But anyway, guys, that is the end. I'm going to back to grid, and I'll get you another video very shortly.